Hello everyone, it is the weekend of our neighborhood garden walk. It goes from 12 to 5, both Saturday and Sunday. Today is Saturday, and it's supposed to rain in about 15 minutes, maybe until 1. I keep checking the weather app obsessively. I have no idea what's going to happen or if it's going to rain. Tomorrow is at least looking a little bit better in terms of the weather, but it will not get me down. So I'm on the rooftop deck, but you can't see the rooftop deck on our garden walks because it's not accessible from the outside. However, this is the first year I am going to have a deck on the walk, our garage deck. Now, the previous 2 years, since I didn't have anything to show, I would make mini bouquets and then bring them downstairs and just leave them for people to pick up along the way. And I'm still going to do that this year. What I really liked last year is day 1, I did the front deck mini bouquets. Day 2, I did the back deck mini bouquets, just so I could see the difference between them. So I've already put the ones for today together this morning. So I'm going to go inside to show you what the bouquets from my front deck look like, and then I have to get them all downstairs without spilling them. And I'm thinking I won't put them outside yet because I need to figure out when the rain is going to stop. While we are out here though, I know no one else is going to be able to see the decks up here, but you guys can. So here's how it's looking right now. The border is starting to fill in. There's some shorter areas now where, I need to move that cosmos back up straight, but there are some shorter areas where the zinnias are finally starting to fill in. No blooms yet on the dahlias on the back border. I think my favorite right now might be my China aster bed. And here's the front deck. I harvested all of the zinnias that were ready to be harvested from the center bed, but don't worry, it'll be full of blooms again just in a few days. What else did I grab? I grabbed some of the Angelonia, and then I'm trying to think. It was definitely mostly zinnias, Angelonia, Gomphrena. I think that was mostly it. So let me show you what the day 1 bouquets look like. These are the mini bouquets. I got a pack of vases on Amazon. This is the only time of the year I have to buy vases for my giveaway bouquets because these are smaller than the majority of the vases that I give away, not during the garden walk, but these have smaller openings so I can make more with fewer flowers. Look how pretty they are. The front garden is definitely much more bright in color than the back garden is. So I have to put all of these in a box and get them downstairs. Oh, and someone who's lucky is going to get that one with the dahlia. I think I have and the one behind it with the dahlia as well. I think it's beginning to very lightly sprinkle. It's supposed to be thunderstorms. We'll see what happens, but I'm going to try to give you a look at my garden before the walk begins. So this is the walkway to the garden. I'm actually proud of myself for sticking to a color scheme pretty well and not just throwing random plants wherever. That's what my rooftop decks are for. But you come up here and walk to the welcome sign, which I love so much. The woman who made this does custom ones, but this one was already listed on her Etsy site, and I thought it was perfect. And then of course we have the archway. There are some cosmos blooming now. I did add, a week ago I did liquid bloom boosting fertilizer, and I did it yesterday, just in case any more blooms want to show off today. My fruit trees are looking really good. So this I didn't accidentally, I don't remember planting these lilies in the pot with the Chicago hardy fig. So, but I think they look really pretty. And I feel like next year I need to plant spring and summer bulbs in these. This container is looking fantastic. The back looking good. In fact, most things out here are looking good, which is great since this is what people are going to see. And then over by the privacy wall, which is filled in like crazy. This is incredible. I think almost everything has reached the top, some a bit thicker than others. And then I'm going to start training them to twine together. So this is going to be really fun. We have the back border there with the veggie and herb bed. And then back to where we started. So I'm hoping that people really like my garden. You know what? I don't think I've shown you this for a while. This is the border that I actually planted in ground next to the garage, so right below the garage deck. Look how full these are. I'm very, very impressed with, is it the pink cloud, I think they're called, new for 2026 mini vistas. This is definitely a part sun environment, not full sun. Everywhere I have those, they are blooming beautifully. I did throw some zinnias and a cosmos in there that are not blooming yet, but I love how full this bed is. And then we have 2 chairs and an umbrella, just in case. Quick update, we are 15 minutes until the official start of the garden walk. It is raining very, very lightly. So as a garden lover, I would definitely just grab an umbrella and walk in this weather. However, if it's supposed to thunder and lightning, but only till 2, so far, so good. We'll see. But I'm waiting to put out the bouquets, and I'm waiting to put out some other just free garden stuff that I have if anyone wants, and some additional signs after it does or does not storm. So I'm just holding off a little bit so that they don't all get destroyed if we do get a thunderstorm. Then also today, we have a musician coming. It is a string, I don't know if it's a string quartet, I don't know how many people there are, but they are gonna play at our place from 1 to 3. So I'm gonna be here, I'll probably be here most of the day and run around a little bit at the end, but tomorrow, Sunday, is gonna be my day to like run around and get a lot of the other gardens, just because tomorrow, it's not supposed to be bad weather. So we'll see, but I will update you next when everything is outside. All right, quick update. 1, I'm sitting in front of a fan because it's very humid and I'm trying not to sweat too much. 2, I have a Tula Hats hat on. Now, I already have 3 that I bought from them, and then the owner is coming to the garden walk tomorrow. I think it's a small business in Texas, but I think her daughter lives in Chicago, and she was like, can I send you guys some hats for the volunteers that have a minor defect that she can't sell? But I don't see any minor defects, and I also love a hat with a ribbon now. So this is very cute. I'm very excited, and I do think I need 4+ garden hats. I did put some of the bouquets back here, but now it has officially stopped raining, so I'm gonna put some out front as well. I've met some really cool people already, which makes me excited. I just feel like there's so many garden lovers here in the city, and I think for the longest time there wasn't really like a gardening connection, I don't know, but now that we've all kind of found each other and can inspire each other, it's really, really nice. And I think I'm gonna get some hyacinth bean that I'm be able to grow up a trellis next year. So I'm really excited about that. But I am now sitting here just waiting for more people to come. The orchestra's playing downstairs, which is really beautiful. And they are here until 3. I'm trying to think if there's any other major updates right now, but I don't think so. All right, it is garden walk day 2, and it's not supposed to rain at all today. Also, it is cloudy and not too hot, which is perfect. Also, because it's not supposed to rain, I am wearing my fancy lady garden hat. So this is another hat from Tula Hats, but this is the widest brim hat that I have. So I think I'm gonna walk around in this, and then that is one of the flower crowns that I made over winter on top. So I think today is going to be fancy garden walk lady dressed day. Day 1 was really great. I was out here probably till about 3, and because I didn't have gardens to show last year, this was the first year where I actually got to like sit and talk to people. And that was really great. A lot of people who are gardening in Chicago as well. And I want to say to everyone, I had no idea what I was doing like 6 years ago, and I just learned all this over time. So if you make mistakes, which I still do, it does not mean you're a bad gardener, and it doesn't mean that you can't have a beautiful garden too. Now for day 2, I think we're going to walk around first because I haven't seen any other gardens yet except when we passed out the garden signs. So I'm going to walk around to some of my favorites. My all-time favorite was a man's garden named Ray, and I think he was 89 or 90. Unfortunately, passed away earlier this year. I think his house is about to sell, but I don't know. I've heard rumors that maybe the backyard will be open. So if it is, I will definitely go there. If not, I'll just put some photos in at the end of his garden from last year. So we're gonna walk around, see some gardens, come back here, hang out for a little bit. And I'm really sorry for everyone I missed. I left probably here around 3, so like 12 to 3 I was here, left, and then I swear a lot of people like posted that they were here, and then I missed it, and I felt really bad. So thank you for stopping by, even though I didn't get to see you. So I think we're gonna head out in a little bit here. It's about 11:30, so I don't want to rush anyone. So we're gonna head to the first gardens at noon, try to see some of the other musicians playing elsewhere, and I will take you along with me. Bouquets for day 2 are out and ready to go. I had some on the back deck and some out here yesterday, and they were definitely gone by like 3 or 4 yesterday too. Not on the garden walk, but I always love seeing all their flowers when I walk by. See, that's the fun part about the garden walk. They don't have to be on it for us to see some of the gardens. We are in an alleyway now where I have loved a garden here for years, and then eventually we found out we actually knew who lived here. Now this is another alley garden that is not on the garden walk, but look how tall that sunflower is. So now I'm going to show you the one that's on the garden walk that I love. Number 47.
Few. And I have them on the inside, but they don't bloom there, so I'm gradually moving them. I have some that I planted down there. They're daylilies. I don't know where those came from. I mean, I must have planted them.
You were talking about.
So Blanche, I mean, she sneaks in through here, and I'm like, do it, girl, go for it.
Hi, Blanche. You enjoying the grass? How you doing? Now, this is partially a nursing home, partially assisted living, but I donated some perennials to them last year, and they just have a beautiful garden. They actually have multiple, but only one you can access like from outside the building. So that's where we're going now. We have a little shaded area over here with some ferns that I have killed too many of, mostly by burning them in the sun. So I don't trust myself to grow them anymore, but I really do like having, maybe I could put some in the parkway. Maybe. I'll add to my list for next year. We are on this street now, not because there's a garden listed here, but because there is a cat that lives here that we always like to say hi to. This is Harley. Yeah, hello. He hangs out. I don't think he belongs to anyone in particular, but all of the houses here take care of him. How you doing today? It's not as hot today. Harley. We're now at a Pilates and yoga studio called Namaste to Mind, which yes, I do go to. And I did bring them some plants as well, but this wall, so they just recently opened. It has been like, I don't know, 2 or 3 different restaurants. So this wall has always existed. And I just think it's so pretty. They also have some shade flowers here. I think I brought them anything that is white.
I look into these. I love to come for a session and then we'll take more. Thank you so much.
Don't mind the ice cream truck noise in the background, although we are having free ice cream at the main park right now. But they just redid this and planted up this area, which I think was all pavement before. But now there are butterflies and bees flying among the plants. Another house not on the garden walk, but I think this planting area is really cool. See, I feel like a lot of people thought their garden's not big, so they didn't want to sign up for the walk, but even something like this, I think people are interested in seeing. More, not on the garden walk, but pretty. This is St. Vincent de Paul Church, and this is the main hub. So where everyone is getting their maps, where architecture tours are starting. They do have a garden in the back. Number 6. This also, yes, does have a backyard. I like the tiny pots on the stairs. I would not remember to water them as often as they needed to be, but I think that's really cute.
The succulent, I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I could make something up if you want.
I'll tell you in a minute.
Right. Oh yeah, you got one of those.
I got one of
things.
those things.
Get that big truck. It's from somewhere in South America. It doesn't belong here.
This is called the heartleaf ice plant. I have an ice plant in North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
It has a pink flower. Heartleaf ice plant.
Partially, I can't even remember what I had for breakfast. I got about 10 minutes into remembering this.
Yeah.
Heartleaf ice cream.
Oh, here's a nice little flower. I just want a pink one that's rougher than
Look at the tree.
Yeah.
I completely missed their parkway too. So this is still number 6. Everything that we just looked at. I absolutely love it. I love it's beautiful, but also eclectic. I really like that combination. And it feels like a garden that has been created over years and years. Also, one of my favorite parkways because they have these beautiful pots in them with drip. But I remember I asked them last year, and these are not heavy. I think they're fiberglass or something, but then painted. So they look like they're super large ceramic pots, but they're not. And then they have these all throughout the yard, which we'll go into next. We are now at the next house. I've forgotten the numbers already, but I know that they have a lot of shade back here. So a lot of their plants are ones that do well in a shadier environment. This house here, the White House, is not on the garden walk, but I love everything that they've planted, especially the window boxes, so I'm gonna show it anyway. Here's the front steps of the next door again with the tiny pots, but I'm a person who loves color, so the fact that there's not a ton of color, and I still love it, is very intriguing, but it feels more like wild to me. I really like it. Nasturtiums in a flower box. I really like the look of that.
ocean, twisting the wind and the water. You're just like a dream. You're just like a dream.
So this is the garden that's part of St. Vincent, where we have the main hub, and it's really beautiful. Now, I don't know what this is, but it's some sort of overgrown empty lot with a statue in it. So I was editing our garden walk vlog and realized I just never finished it. So the last clip, we were walking back home, and then I think I sat outside for about another 2 hours, met some people, and then it was over. And it was over so quickly because we did start, I think in February, planning the event, and then just like that, it's done for the year, and then we'll be focusing on next year, I guess February 2026. So thank you so much to everyone that stopped by. We had a really good turnout. Despite the weather, it was still pretty nice outside most of the time. Unfortunately though, Ray's house was not open in the backyard, so I will post some photos of his garden from last year into this garden walk video because it really was something incredible. So thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.